Hi people, it's Archivist here with some more Titanfall DLC, and today we're looking at Swampland. Of the 3 maps available in this DLC, I'd definitely say that Swampland is my favourite from a visual standpoint. The dynamic lighting's great, you've got sun shafts coming through the canopy. They're not obstructive, they don't get in the way, they don't hit your retina and obscure you, they just look nice. It's a good visual flourish, it doesn't take away from anything, it just adds. The ruins also look quite nice, especially as the overgrowth is kind of infesting them. You've got roots coming through the sides of the walls. I'd also go as far as to say as this is probably the most original looking map, and I know what you're thinking, wait, War Games is a simulation, shouldn't that be the most original map? Yes and no, although it's got a original overall design, it's made up of different aspects that have already been in the game. There's the training mission which makes up the centre, and then on either side you've got a bit of airbase, you've got a bit of Angel's City, so it's not entirely original, whereas this is all just a nice green area. One of the most important things for a map to have is a good parkour system, and in Swampland it's a very challenging system, I'd say, because the trees act as a great way of navigating across the map, but on the other hand they're very thin relative to a wall from, say, War Games. You have to be very precise when you jump, you have to know where you're going. So it's very difficult to pull off some crazy airborne manoeuvres, but if you do, it's so satisfying. I've also seen some people do this, quite a clever tactic actually. When they eject from their Titan, they'll go up to the top of a tree, they'll hang on, you know, the move where you hold down the left trigger and aim through the hip. They'll wait to see where their opponent landed when he ejected, and then they'll jump down from above. It's quite a cool idea, and it works well in this map because the trees are simply so tall. You have to be careful though, because the trees are so tall that if you hang on too high up, you're actually out of bounds of the battlefield, so you know, let go a bit further down the tree. You've also got zip lines, nowhere near as prominent as in Nexus, but it's a good way of getting to the centre of the map if you're a pilot, getting out of danger in some respects, or just, you know, being on the run. Something else I noticed is that this was a very Titan friendly map. There's lots of open space, so you can go around in packs if you want. It's very daunting to look at 3 ogres when you're 1 strider, even more so if you're a pilot. Something you can do though, interestingly enough, is use the undergrowth to camouflage yourself. People very rarely crouch in Titanfall, but I found on some other matches, not the one you're seeing now, that if I crouch in the undergrowth, Titans very rarely saw me. I got trodden on, of course that can happen, but it's great if you don't have the cloaking attachment available. I like to think of this map as split up into 3 sectors. You've got the centre where all the Titans converge together. It's a war zone. You know, you're going to get hit by something if you stay there for too long. Then there's a middle ring where there's lots of dynamic terrain. Pilots can use it to outmaneuver Titans, very useful if you're good at parkour. And then there's the outer ring. This comprises of areas such as the deforested zone where there's lots of cover, but then again a Titan can easily reach over and shoot you. And then there's a kind of base area, and this is great for hiding from Titans, but you can very easily get sieged out. You've also got these ruins and tunnels that go underneath the dynamic terrain, the raised terrain, and these can be used to escape Titan conflicts if you're a pilot. But because so many pilots tend to use these, when you walk into them I would strongly advise activating your cloak, turning on your pulse radar. And finally, if you play a sniper in Titanfall, this is a great map for you, mostly because if you get the high ground you can see for most of the map, you can shoot people from great distances, they never know you're there. But then again, there aren't too many areas where you have the high ground advantage, and be warned, people will want it from you, so keep on the lookout. You're going to want to have your pulse radar activated quite a lot. Okay, so this was just a brief summary of my thoughts on Swampland. As always people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Subscribe to the Archivist 42 channel for gaming top 5s, reviews and more.